Now to the gruesome twosome, friends of the show, Harry and Meghan. Harry was at it again yesterday, entering the political fray in America with another rambling speech. I wonder how it went down, though, with Americans. Here is a clip.
We're living through a pandemic that continues to ravage communities in every corner of the globe. Climate change wreaking havoc on our planet, with the most vulnerable suffering most of all. The few weaponizing lies and disinformation at the expense of the many. And from the horrific war in Ukraine to the rolling back of constitutional rights here in the United States, we are witnessing a global assault on democracy and freedom.
Well, joining me now is Fox News contributor and all-round American gal, Kat Timpf. Welcome to you, Kat. Your response to this haughty prince lecturing you about how to lead your life?
Yeah, I really can't stand the climate lecture from somebody who took a private jet, most assuredly, to go give that speech. I can't believe it. I mean, if we compared my climate footprint to his, there'd be no comparison whatsoever. And look, if I had private jet money, I'd take a private jet. He obviously was born into those kinds of connections. And if you're born a prince, you generally have advantages that almost no one else will have to make your life whatever it is that you want and to do whatever it is you want, with maybe one exception, and that is to be a professional victim, which unfortunately seems to be the career path that he's most attracted to. Is he is whining at every chance he gets about almost everything nonstop without offering any sort of solution or even acknowledgement for the way some of his own behavior might contribute to the problems he's complaining about.
Right, he also likened his struggle for freedom to Nelson Mandela's, who, just to remind everybody, spent 27 years in a 6x6 prison cell. Do you see any comparison between the two struggles?
I certainly don't see a comparison. I think it's such a glaring difference that we really learn a lot more about who he is. Again, I think all Americans, because there's a handful of people in the world that are just get that kind of privilege just by based on, where they're born into and how they're born. He's one of those very lucky few. So all of the rest of us don't want to hear him whining about his struggles. No doubt he has had struggles in his life, but I know that kind of privilege and power makes any kind of struggle much, much easier for you.
Yeah, of course it does. Now, America, unfortunately, is 2 for 2 in sending your women over here to inveigle their way into our royal family. The first was Wallis Simpson, who led to an abdication of one of our kings. The second is Meghan Markle, who's wrestled Harry away from the clutches of his family and taken him to make hundreds of millions of dollars from the royal titles they were afforded by an institution they profess to despise. What's your view of Meghan Markle? Apparently, she's thinking of running for president.
You know what? I bet she does. I mean, they love the attention so much, and it's just so remarkable how much attention they're able to get and how much money they're able to get, the both of them, despite I'm not really sure what it is that they're good at. I mean, even this most recent speech from Harry, he was going on and on about the loss of freedom in America, even though he himself called the First Amendment bonkers. He was on a podcast. What he said was, I've got so much I want to say about the First Amendment as I sort of understand it, but it is bonkers. I mean, that is not exactly the most astute analysis that I've ever heard. And this is the kind of thing where you're getting hundreds of millions of dollars for analysis like that, and then not even acknowledging your hypocrisy when apparently you don't stand for freedoms in this country. It blows my mind. It's a great gig if you can get it, honestly, to have one. I haven't been so lucky.
We'd all love a gig like that. I'd love to go on Harry's struggle. It must be so struggling. Kat, great to talk to you. Thank you very much.
You too. Thank you.